Good afternoon to you. The agility course has been set up. This is an international invitation for large dogs. They had the jumping section of it this morning, and this afternoon we have the agility, and the aim is to qualify for tonight's agility finals. 20 obstacles have been set up. The judge for this is Kathy Keith from Gullen in Scotland, and she'll be introduced to the crowd shortly. There she is.
Please put your hands together for Kathy Keith.
A lot of Scottish fans here today, Graham.
There are, Scottish judge, and it's quite apt. International Saturday here at the NEC.
So we have our first dog coming up, and this is Gertie Schief from Belgium with Jamie, a border collie. Won the British Open in 2013 here at Crufts. Gertie says that Jamie is just an amazing dog. Hopefully setting the standard for the others to follow. And here we go. Nice and clean so far. Over the dog walk. Has to touch that white section on the downslope for it to be legitimate, and it was.
As she comes across, she's going to turn now to the A-frame. Exactly the same thing. They must make contact with the up and the down on the white bits. Round a little circle, back into the tunnel as she approaches the weaving poles.
And now we see how quick and how clean this can be, and it's good. Clear round so far, and moving now towards the finish. More speed through the tunnel. Switch of angle coming out over the seesaw, over the wall, and 38.653. And a clear round for our competitor from Belgium.
What an excellent start. It's always good to have the first dog go clear in a good time. It puts the pressure on the rest of the competitors. They know they've got to go clear and fast.
This is Roseanne Damascio from the United States of America with Strafe, a border collie, 5 years old. Also at Crufts in 2014, winning the international. So this is a good dog and an experienced handler.
They're all experienced handlers. This is a top quality field from all over the world, and it's very apt that here at Crufts we have an international competition. We invented it in 1978, and it's now a global sport, and she's going very well.
Time to beat, you can see, 38.653 over the seesaw and over the wall, and that's very good. 36.052, and Roseanne Damascio and Strafe take the lead.
By some considerable distance, 2.5 seconds here. The American Kennel Club always send a representative to this competition, and they never let their country down.
This is a Welsh dog, Susie Josty with Aussie. Working sheepdog, 6 years old, registered name Cool Beans. Competed in the British Open event on Thursday, finishing second overall. This is a good dog, beautifully over the dog walk. Needs to be a nice sharp turn. So important to get absolutely the right line.
No time wasted there coming around those jumps, and unfortunately just dropping a pole, but Susie will keep going. This is, as you say, a three-part competition. Picking up another fault there at the tunnel. That's a refusal. 3 refusals anywhere on this course will mean mandatory elimination.
So coming up now into the closing stages, through the tunnel once more, this time safely negotiated. Up towards the seesaw, heading now towards the wall. Over we go, and round with 10 faults.
Great effort there from Susie Josty, 10 faults, but what we just need to actually make sure is they don't have an elimination, because an elimination will automatically preclude them from tonight's final.
The Scottish contingent are cheering because this is Alan Short with Bruce, down from Scotland. They live in Kirkcaldy in Fife. A 6-year-old border collie, regularly competing throughout the UK. A GB team member in 2014, 2015 and in the 2016 squad. This dog could go very well. Bruce getting a little bit of vocal encouragement and responding with a few vocals of his own. Nicely over the dog walk, and that's a good turn.
Lots of tight turns here. This is a very experienced partnership and a good partnership. He needs to keep it tight now as he comes round towards the tunnel.
Through the tunnel, and now moving at speed through the weave, and this is looking good. The time to beat 36.052. Round the tunnel once more. Still got a chance of doing this over the seesaw. Oh, just losing a bit of speed there, and over the wall, 37.122, and 5 faults were incurred.
Look, he just actually hugs the wing. Got to be careful with that your dog doesn't take the pole or the wing. But he did that very nicely.
Next to go, Kim Gravland-Kratz, and he's from Denmark.
Kim Gravland-Kratz from Denmark with Ice, another border collie, 6 years old this one, Ice. And one of a very successful litter of dogs who've had considerable success in recent years. And Ice is moving well, but that's a refusal, I think, and that's 5 faults. So good as he may be and quick as he may be, he's not going to be the winner of this.
Oh, he just seems to be letting things slide now. Lost a lot of time on that refusal, and he went very wide on that turn now into the tunnel. But he's picking up speed again now. This is a quick dog.
It is a quick dog. Very fast through the weave. Good turn again, once more through the tunnel. And the crowd enjoying this one. He over the seesaw, up towards the wall. Over he goes, and round with 5 faults.
40.574, well within the course time of 45 seconds. Bit of confusion here. The dog turns in a circle, in a position to take the jump, and it didn't, and therefore receives 5 faults for refusal.
Cynthia Perrier now from Clermont-Ferrand in France with Heros, a 4-year-old border collie. Represents the French agility team, and a very enthusiastic and vocal dog, and making good progress. Looking quick, this one. Great turn.
It is, and that's what you want. You want quick, you want enthusiastic, and this is just such great fun for these dogs. They don't know they're in a competition, they're just out having fun. Into the weaving post, barking his enjoyment all the way through.
And this is absolutely loving it, and it's quick as well. As we come round now into the tunnel for the last time, we keep a look at the clock. 36.052 is the time to beat. It's going to be close over the wall and just outside, but there are those 5 faults.
Wow, that was quick.
Nicely down the dog walk, not a nanosecond wasted there. And unfortunately coming off the A-frame before it had touched the white piece.
So we're on to the next handler of dog. This is Chris Poindexter from the Channel Islands.
Chris Poindexter from Jersey with Todd, an 8-year-old border collie. Part of the Jersey team will be competing at this year's World Championships. Very wide turn to start with, and 5 faults have been picked up, I think, and that, in fact, is an elimination. It all goes wrong for Todd at a very early stage. What a shame.
It was a shame. We'll have a look at that in a bit more detail in just a minute, but Chris doing a really good job here. As I say, being eliminated in an early stage is a little bit soul-destroying, especially when you're performing in front of 8,000 or 9,000 people here on the centre stage at Crufts. But he's an experienced guy. He'll keep smiling. He'll still take the best dog home. A little bit of confusion, and when things start to go wrong, they continue to go wrong. So it's just, you have to just keep the dog positive and take the positives home with you. Well done,
sympathetic round of applause from the crowd, but that will not be a round that counts when the final reckoning comes.
And there the dog clearly jumps over the end of the dog walk, which basically is taking the next obstacle out of order. Even though he didn't touch it, he jumped over it.
Tanja Wiersma from the Netherlands with Mystic, a 6-year-old border collie. 2 years ago, Mystic gave birth to 4 puppies who all love doing agility, apparently. Let's see what Mystic herself can do here. Not particularly quick, but nice and clean. Watching for instructions. Over we go. Loss of pace there. Over the A-frame. That's okay.
just a little bit unsure at the moment. There is an amazing atmosphere here, and unless these dogs are used to it, which most of them aren't, it can be a little off-putting.
8,000 or 9,000 people in the main arena here at the NEC. Through the tunnel for the last time. Now up to the seesaw. Down towards the wall, encouraged to go for it. And Mystic goes through with a clear round, 40.575, good enough for third place.
It is, and you also have to bear in mind that there could well be a little bit of tactics coming into play on behalf of these handlers. They don't want to push the dog, get them up to full speed in case they take the wrong obstacle.
Uni Arrhenius from Sweden with Nila, a 5-year-old border collie, winner of the Swedish Nationals last year, an individual bronze medal at the World Championship in Bologna last year as well. So this is a talented animal, demonstrative handling from Yovni.
Yes, and when you get a dog that's very quick, you need to be very, very clear in all the commands that you're giving it, and that's what he's doing.
Through the tunnel, now through the weave. Keep an eye on the clock, it's clean so far, no faults taken yet. Good turn into the tunnel for a second time, now accelerating towards the seesaw. This has to be good, and it is, and over the final barrier, the wall, the final jump rather, and a time of 38.653 and a clear round.
And I think he could possibly have improved on this. You'll see he wants the dog to turn to its left, it turns to its right, does a circle, and probably lost at least a good couple of seconds there.
Alex Sabini from Spain now. This is Mind, a 3-year-old border collie. In fact, it's actually Mind's birthday today, so what a marvellous moment it would be if he could be right up there in the reckoning. Looking good so far. Oh, and missing a jump. So 5 faults. Commentators cursed just when I said he was going well.
He is, and another fault there, putting on a total of 15 faults. But the most important thing is for them not to get eliminated if they want to stand a chance of getting into this evening's final. But he's pretty quick, John.
Yep. Shame, and maybe in the final, which he will be in tonight, maybe this dog could go well there. Quick time, bearing in mind that there were 15 penalty faults imposed.
Any dogs that go through to this evening's final, they all start from a clean sheet, so they don't carry any faults with them at all. So they just need to get there.
We're ready for our next stop.
Justin Keegan's from the Isle of Man with Leia, a working sheepdog, 5 years old, was a rescue dog brought from Ireland. Apparently she was feral and in really bad shape when she was taken on, had a lot of confidence issues, but after a lot of hard work over the ensuing 4 years, here she is at Crufts. What a story.
It is, and it's really great. Coming from the Isle of Man, they don't have that many agility competitions over there, so if they want to compete at a high level, they have to travel, unfortunately. So he's doing absolutely fantastically well here at Crufts, just a little bit overawed.
Fair to say that Leah takes it fairly steadily over the dog walk and the A-frame. The jumps are pretty good though, and nicely through the tunnel into the weaves. Time's got to be inside the permissible time, otherwise time faults might be imposed, and it's going to be a close one on that score. It turns now, oh, it's gone the wrong way through, and that is an elimination. What a shame, what a shame. Up to the seesaw. And again, safe but steady, and over the final jump, but I'm afraid that won't count.
No, it is, they've come all that way from the Isle of Man, but he can go home and say, I was there, I was on that magical green carpet at the best dog show in the world.
Liam O'Brien with Peggy, an 8-year-old Wicklow collie, over from Ireland. Third time representing Ireland in the international, but this is the first time with Peggy. What a lovely little dog. Liam O'Brien then, away we go. Went a little bit wide there. Vocal encouragement from Liam over the dog walk. Oh, came off too soon and picks up 5 penalty faults as a result of that.
Such a shame. Nice tidy little dog here again, just a little bit distracted by the atmosphere in here. Bit of a wide turn. Liam having to work really hard to keep this dog on track, and as I say, goes into the wrong end of the tunnel and picks up The dreaded elimination and the dreaded crossed arms from our judge.
So I'm afraid to say that Liam and Peggy will not be in the final tonight. she's inventing her own course here, putting in an extra jump, and now over she goes, over the seesaw, up to the wall, and the crowd giving a really sporting round of applause.
Yeah.
Shame that.
She doesn't know she's been eliminated. Just keep the dog happy, keep it going. Yep, no way I'm going to get a paw on that white bit. It's too scary.
So next to go on the line, Daniel Fader.
Daniel Fader now from Luxembourg. This is DJ, another border collie, 8 years old. DJ's a dog, current champion of Luxembourg, and he's won a total of 9 national titles. Going well at the moment, nicely over the dog walk. Good turn. And again, now moving up towards the A-frame. Oh, it was a close one, but I think that's been negotiated safely. No, 5 faults.
Yeah, she had a good look at that and decided there was a fault, which is unfortunate, but very experienced partnership. They know exactly what they need to do here.
Well, the important thing is not to get eliminated, and everything okay apart from those 5 faults. Over the seesaw, that's beautifully done, and over the wall, decent time, 38.701, but the 5 faults.
Yep, he'll be a little bit annoyed about doing that, because this evening's final is an agility round, and quite clearly missing the dog walk. So he'll just want to make sure that the dog does it properly, because there will be a dog walk and an A-frame in it this evening.
There's Punsi, a Finnish border collie, Timo Liutu. FCI Agility World Champion Silver in 2011. Nordic Agility Champion Bronze Medal last year. Let's see how Punsi can go. Well, he's telling his handler that he's enjoying it. I think that's fairly safe to say. Over we go. Nice turn. Punsi's responding well to the commands.
Good tight turns here, not a lot of time away. This is going to be well up there, I would think. Let's just keep an eye on the time as he goes into the weaving post. 22 seconds.
This could be quick, and through there safely. Now into the tunnel again. Has to turn and go through it once more. That's good, and the clock is ticking on. It's not going to be quite quick enough. Coming up to the seesaw now, towards the last barrier, the last jump, 38.531, and a clear round. Excellent.
That was a really good round, but it just shows you what a great round Rosanne Damasio had. 2 seconds quicker than the dogs were seeing going around here, but very tight turn, very nice on that little section of
Still the American Rosanne Damasio leads the way. This is Catherine Porter for Northern Ireland with Yogi, an 8-year-old border collie. Walk on Water is the registered name. This is Yogi's 4th year competing in the international event here. And Catherine says she still feels so honoured to be able to represent her country. Fairly safely over the dog walk, I think it's fair to say.
Catherine herself will tell you he is not the quickest dog, but he does extremely well. And what he makes up for, perhaps, in not the overall ground speed, is the tightness of turn and the lines that he gets to make it as quick as he can.
And weaving beautifully, that is good. Through the poles, and now through the tunnel. Over and turning for the tunnel for a second time. Goes in the correct end, and this is pretty good. Coming up towards the seesaw, and a clear round beckons, and a clear round delivered.
Yep, inside the course time, that's what she's worried about. No penalties incurred there, and he loves his weaving. Look at that, he's having a fabulous time. And again, the seesaw must touch the ground before he gets off, and that was a lovely seesaw.
One of the most experienced competitors of all now, Greg Derritt, competing for England with Rehab. Greg's 26th year at Crufts, won gold at the World Championships last year, and also gold at Olympia in 2015. Rehab, an outstanding dog, and if anybody's going to be able to challenge Rosanne Damasio here, it might be this one. The time they're going for is 36.052, but important above all that there is no elimination. Rehab nicely over the dog walk, looking for a bit of instruction as to where to go, and doing it well, and nice turns.
Master tactician, you'll probably see him hold his that dog walk just for a fraction of a second there, just to make sure that he's going to put in a quick one tonight. He knows exactly what he needs to do.
Weaving brilliantly, skipping through those poles. Now a turn into the tunnel for the last time. Not going to be quite up to the winning mark, I don't think. Coming now towards the seesaw, over and accelerating over the wall, and a clear round in 39.28. Fourth place.
Greg will be very happy with that. Greg actually started his agility career back with the Young Kennel Club, and is representing Great Britain by virtue of the fact that he won the Kennel Club Olympia Stakes just before Christmas last year.
This is Portugal.
Sergio Sousa for Portugal with Turbo Toby, 6-year-old golden retriever. Well, the crowd will love to see a golden retriever in competition here.
What a lovely dog. As we go on to
Over the dog walk, safely negotiated.
They do. Love to see the different breeds doing it. It is, after all, a sport for any breed, and it's great to see some dogs other than the Border Collies, and he's showing you just how competitive any other breed can be.
And this is good through the weaves now. Encouragement as he goes, and Turbo Toby is moving beautifully. Needs to deliver a clear round. Around into the tunnel for the last time, and now coming up towards the seesaw. It's all good so far, and the clear round is there, and just listen to the reaction of the crowd. They love it.
They do. Absolutely fantastic. What a great round there. And are they pleased? You bet your life they are.
And Turbo Toby, clear he is, 6th here this afternoon, but he's through into the final tonight. And it'll be lovely to see this beautiful golden retriever in action once more.
It was. What a great competition, showcasing agility to the world. And look at that dog, is having so much fun. And he's pleased because his dad's pleased. And everybody's having fun.
Absolutely packed here. And there are the final standings. Rosanne Damasio winning the agility, and winning it by a long way, by some 2.5 seconds ahead of Finland's Timo Liuto and the Belgian Gertje Schief. So Rosanne Damasio, a terrific performance in the agility this afternoon. Those 10 all will go through into the final tonight. And another 4 there. 1 eliminated. Chris Poinchester, also Justin Keegans and Liam O'Brien, and I'm afraid to say those 3 will not be in tonight's final. Our next competition for you after this awards ceremony will be one of the great favourites, of course, flyball. It's the team semi-finals. Some wonderful action yesterday.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's presentation time.
Now, though, presentation time.
Presentation is going to be made by Mr. Chris Cole from Doggy Solutions, who support this event, and he's going to be accompanied by Jan Wood, a general committee member from the Kennel Club.
So this is the agility event. And in first place, Rosanne Damasio from the United States, and winning by some 2.5 seconds. What a performance.
Thank you.
And in second place, from Finland, Timo Liuto. And now a well-deserved lap of honour. Strafe and Rosanne Damasio, that was some performance.
It was great performance, and she'll just be, I mean, she's come a very long way. The American Kennel Club are very generous and support these people. and it makes it all the more worthwhile when you can win here at Crufts.
There's a big screen up above the green carpet at the far end, there you see. And if they get close-ups of the kids in the crowd, that's why there's the big grin, because they know straight away that they're on television.